I was hard of hearing, and that wasn't figured out until I was in second grade. I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't really understand the concept that I was in school getting an education.
I was born in the Dominican Republic, and then I came with my mom and my sister. Learning the English language was the biggest struggle probably that I had to go through. My mom didn't allow us to speak English at home because she didn't want us to lose our native language.
I can't say that I excelled very well in school and high school. To me now, looking back and reflecting, I was definitely more focused on the sports.
When Soviet Union collapsed, my mom, me and her, we moved to our native land, to Kazakhstan, and it was pretty difficult times. While I was a student over there, that's when I came to the United States.
So I became very interested in science in middle school, and I always imagined or fantasized about maybe building my own robot or something like that, and I'm going to work for NASA. My guidance counselor looked at me and she smiled and she kind of laughed and she just said, "Oh, Jody, honey, only special people work for NASA." I just said, "Wow, you just crushed me." I was crushed.
I think my biggest obstacle was a language issue. One thing is just to communicate on a regular life basis, and another thing was to do all the tests and write the compositions.
At one point, I was doing the waitressing and I was doing a deli job at Shaw's, and I was also taking classes, but no matter how difficult it was, seeing other children who were raised in a family where they struggled, it broke my heart. I didn't want that for my daughter. I have to show my daughter that you can be anything that you want.
I came back home after my training and my basic training, thinking that I'd go back to college that semester, and instead 2 months later I was asked to go to Kuwait and Iraq. I've had 3 to 4 semesters that I've had to withdraw out of because of last-minute notifications of deploying. So it's happened to me twice where I found out either on a Thursday or a Friday that I was leaving that weekend. It certainly has been a challenge to complete those courses and still give my commitment to the Air Force.
Finished within 2 years, but I was taking 4 classes my first semester. Then I took 2 summer classes. Then I took 5 classes. Then I took 6 classes the last 2. And all of that I had to do while I was working.
I started my ESL classes with Richard Tessier, and he helped me to, to be calm about my language, not to worry about that. He said, if you don't understand something, it's fine, just ask.
The Success Center at CCRI offers peer tutoring. When you have support like that, it makes it easier for you to follow through and actually finish. Because I got to tell you, sometimes I said, this is too hard. I can't do it. With the support of those type of people, I did it.
Interacting with my peers who were very welcoming, very warm with that smile, quick to make friends, very sociable environment, and the professors who took the time to listen, interact with you, and really be thoughtful about their answers just makes you feel, you know what, this is the right thing. I feel good about it. I feel confident. So it removes those fears.
I had a lot of proud moments. The biggest one was probably when I was working at the Success Center and students would come up to me that I tutor and told me, "Oh, I did great on my test. Thank you so much for helping me." Or when I'm tutoring them and they're like, "Oh, I understand this so much better now." That just, when I would go home, I was just like, wow, I enjoyed my job because of that, because I was helping them.
I was with Decker. And I was able to win first place at the competitions in New York and again in Johnson and Wales.
I was picked to be a member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, and also I completed 4 honors projects, and I think that was like one of my moments to be proud about.
Through my own personal experience, I was able to learn a lot about the process. It actually gave me the drive to start the Student Veterans Organization here. It gave me the initiatives now to work with the student veterans, to advocate for them, to be a liaison between the schools and the student vets. I'm proud to be able to help my fellow comrades.
It was just, a program sponsored by NASA, and, Phi Theta Kappa students were urged to apply. And I said, "Oh, this is going to be too hard. There's just no way. There's just no way I can do this." And then I looked at it and I said, "I have to do this." I proceeded to apply for the program. I got accepted into the program, and we're going to design a rover. We're going to split us into 3 teams, and we'll be competing against each other. So to me, this is a dream come true, something I never thought was even possible.
Before I enrolled in CCRI, I was scared. I was uncertain, and I was doubtful.
If I didn't get an education at CCRI, and I really believe this, I would never have had a chance.
I was much more immature than I am now, much more inexperienced, and certainly in need of a change.
I wasn't as confident as I am today.
I became a stronger person, a person who knows what I want from my life, and I know how to achieve my goals.
It fed my enthusiasm and my passion.
I've learned that if you really put your mind to it and you really give yourself the opportunity, that you can achieve a lot of great things.
I've been accepted into Barry University, which is in Miami Shores, and I got accepted into the Exercise Physiology Bachelor's Master's program.
My next step is to transfer to Bryant and study finance and minor in economics.
Once I do graduate from Bryant, I really want to help people become financially independent.
And our youth are perhaps the most unhealthiest youth generation that's existed. And I want to take preventive and proactive measures to help curb that, correct that.
I went from a coffee shop waitress to an office manager. I'm now a marketing manager, and I'm going to NASA.